if you actually look at how people use Twitter, which is the classic way Twitter used to add features, people react to things by using emoji. And we have a vocabulary that is fairly large compared to heart or star because emoji exists.
Yeah.
And so if there's a thing called emojitracker.com, which if you go to that, it will show you all the emoji being used on Twitter in real time.
Oh, that's neat.
And the one that the most popular one is the one that they just added to the OED. You got to
They actually do it so fast that they have to warn you if you're an epileptic that might be flashing at you. So if you're an epileptic, please don't watch this.
Yeah.
Holy! So this is in real time.
This is in real time. The thing. So if you notice the top left corner, there's almost 1 billion of the.
Well, you know why.
Laughing with tears in my eyes emoji.
You know why? Because the Oxford English Dictionary declared it the word of the year.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's been declared the word of the year, but it was the most popular one before that.
Oh, really?
They didn't get to 1 billion in the last week.
Oh, interesting.
They're not quite 1 billion. They're like 999.
So maybe the OED or whatever it is that does this.
Looking at this, yeah.
Is looking at this. Face with tears of joy.
So you can see that they're flowing by, and if you scroll down, you get less popular emoji, and there's a power law as usual.
What's the least popular emoji?
The customs officer.
Clock face 8:30 is really down the list.
but the least popular one is going through customs. The little blue guy opening your suitcase.
Little blue guy opening your suitcase. Oh, this one. Nobody ever uses this guy.
I think I used it yesterday.
This is not exactly flashing.
Yeah, they've had 28,000 of these in the history of the thing compared to 1 billion of these.
Do they have the fire hose? No, probably not. So this isn't. They do.
They seem to have the fire hose, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So, but this is the fascinating thing for me is like if you actually look at this and you look at any of these, if you look at the hearts and the stars and the exploding heart's eyes and whatever all the other emoji reactions, people are using these continuously, and so my suggestion is if you miss the star on Twitter, what you should do is instead of hitting the heart button, you hit retweet. And when it says add a comment, and just add a comment that's an emoji star, replace that. That gives you the ability to send a star, but it also means you can send them a newspaper or a turd or whatever else.
Right. But it doesn't have the same. It doesn't save them as something that's been.
Right. It doesn't have that added functionality.
Yeah.
Well,
although
it actually
you could do a search, right?
Twitter's search is not good at finding emoji. That is the slight drawback.
What you're heading toward, Kevin, is emoji tags.
Yes, no, exactly. I mean, if you know the way I wrote an essay on this, just put it in the thing. Oh, I will put it in the thing. But do you use Slack? I don't know if you guys use Slack.
Love Slack.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So Slack has a very clever thing with emoji reaction. So you can respond to a post in Slack with an emoji, and it'll put it underneath. And if someone responds with different, it'll put it underneath, and the other people can just click on those to vote. So you can respond with 2 different emojis to say
Slack is amazing.
Star or heart. And so the thing they've done there is they've actually compressed the like star heart dichotomy, expanded that into could be any emoji. But also combine that with a voting mechanism that's better than Twitter's voting mechanism as well.
That's awesome.
So there's the pattern there is very, very smart and worth.
Stuart needs to take Slack and take over Twitter, become the next Twitter.
Yeah.
So there was a post this week. Somebody was in some percent test at Twitter where the heart was replaced with a pop-up of a choice of emoji.
Right.
So they're clearly testing this somewhere, and it makes perfect sense. But what I hope is that they do it that takes advantage of this existing flood of emoji that people are using in the classic way that they did with hashtags and @, where learning from what the users do, rather than adding a thing on top that isn't really part of it, the way they did with polls, where the polls don't even show up in the plain text. So if you're using anything else that parses Twitter apart from the clients that have been updated, because not all of them have been updated, the official ones, you don't see the polls. You just see the question. You don't see the possible answers, which is a design failure in their part, in my opinion.
I have a new idea for a show. I think we should sit and watch until this goes to 1 billion.
It's going to take a while.
It might. It's as close as it looks. 997,302,124 crying face emojis. So
You'd
we've got
you'd have to time it a bit and work out. You can probably extrapolate when it's going to happen, but yes, there's
3 million more to go, although it's going up fast. But you're right, we're days away.
yes, probably longer than that. Yeah.
Why is this card with a heart more popular than the heart?
So it depends. They look the same on iOS, I think.
Ah, it's those damn iOS users.
There are two different hearts that look. So that one was supposed to be the suit and one was supposed to be the heart,
Right.
but they look the same on iOS. And there are some, if you actually add up the various hearts, there are lots more hearts, and actually the hearts do outrank stars. So you can say Twitter maybe was doing data on this, but these different hearts and stars and faces do have different nuances.
There's my favorite completely unintelligible emoji. Person raising both hands in celebration.
Yeah.
115,831,423 uses.
Well, no, the 1, 2 up from that, the
thumbs up?
hands together. No, the one above that.
By the way, that's culturally, the thumbs up
really
could mean
confusing.
a variety of
The
different
hands
things.
together?
Yeah, the praying.
The
Yeah.
iOS one looks like high five, whereas actually it's supposed to be praying or namaste.
Right.
So, and depending on, we get into emoji dialects here. So depending on what your emoji set looks like, these things can look very different, which can be confusing.
Yeah.
But
the semiotics of emojis next
yes,
on TWiT.
But I think it is a fascinating thing that basically that in the same way that we added hashtags and ats to Twitter to mean things.
Yeah.
Because that was what we had. We now have this vocabulary of things that are being added to it and being used for all kinds of stuff. And making sense of that was interesting. The Instagram guys did a bunch of data stuff on this to try and work out. What they basically did was correlate the emoji with words that people used to try and come up with a. So if they co-occur a lot, then they assume it's a similar meaning, and they did a bunch of posts on this. But
so all they have is like, right?
All Twitter have is like, yes.
No, but all Instagram has is a heart too.
No, but Instagram has comments.
Oh, but they have comments.
And
right.
so
I see what you're saying. So they did analytics on the comments.
The comments are actually subsidiary to the post. So in Twitter, the replies are a sort of a first-order object. When I reply to a post, I'm making a post too, and it can stand alone. Whereas Instagram, they're definitely subordinate. So the comments are comments on the photograph or video.
I decided to order a BlackBerry Priv today so that I could type emojis faster.
Oh. Well, there's a...
I'm not sure the Priv makes you type faster, Leo. I'll just go ahead and refer you to last night's All About Android.
Did you guys have a Priv there?
We had a typing contest. So we had 2 Privs.
You did?
And then I had Google Keyboard on my 6P.
How did I miss this? This was with
Ron
Jason?
had SwiftKey. And we did a typing contest to Twitter. And neither Priv entered the finals.
No kidding.
Yeah.
There's SwiftKey is fast. Also,
Priv is getting a lot of positive reviews all of a sudden.
There's a secret option in SwiftKey. Well, not secret. There's a hidden option in SwiftKey.
Yeah.
That you can make it suggest emoji when you type words.
Right.
So,
I got to turn that on.
if you type train, it'll show you the train emoji. So, so turn that on. That makes them quicker.
Well, I made a mistake. I ordered a Priv. I probably should have watched All About Android. I left just as you were starting.
We need a Priv in the house.
You know the camera's f1.2? F1.2? It's a really fast camera. Yeah. With a Schneider Kreutzer lens.
So I just stuck the Instagram emoji meaning post in the chat as well, if we want to.
There's an Instagram emoji for
basically
post?
what they did was they did a bunch of data science where they looked at if you scroll down a bit, they looked at the emoji and saw what words and hashtags came with them. And so what they found is that some of them are really obvious. So yeah, the crying, laughing was the most popular one there as well. And that clearly maps to various incoherent web expressions for laughing. So
that's Edvard Munch's The Scream. Why are they calling that anything but The Scream?
Well, the official name of it is something else.
But isn't it The Scream?
Yes. So if you scroll down a little bit from that, hang on.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo.
Yeah. There's a middle word. So basically, they're looking. Wow, this is really interesting. There's quite a bit of
deep machine learning, and then they start doing translations. And so they say, basically, what are these emoji correlated with? So crying, laughing is correlated with
LOL, yeah. ROFL.
Various incoherent expressions of laughter.
Right.
Whereas eyes with hearts is clearly lechery, misspelt beautiful and gorgeous and so on.
Yeah, what is the deal with that? Perf, hots, bay.
Yeah, so this is the thing that we're trying to translate emoji to English and actually translating emoji into sort of strange post-English internet nonsense.
Yeah.
So heart is XOXO with varying numbers of X's and O's.
Right. And moi.
And so on.
And Boo Bear and love you and babe and moi.
So in a sense, they are, non-verbal expressions of emotion. If they're actually correlating with these things, then that's that makes sense.
So you both know Jonathan Harris's "We Feel Fine"?
No.
Yes.
I don't. What is it?
Brilliant. It's old now, but it was back before all this, in the days of blogs. Jonathan went and used the word "feel" and "feeling." I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that, and did a brilliant.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, graphic visualization.
You could watch it in real time. Yeah.
Right, and then in a book of correlating to other words like this, but also age, time of year, time of day, and other things.
Look at the regular expression for matching variants of XOXO, OMG, moi, babe, bay, LOL, HAHA, and he. To make sure that you get all of the versions with multiple letters, repeated letters in it. That's an exercise. There's a lesson in grep right there. That's just fantastic.
Yeah. Now this is
I love this article. This is that's my kind of thing.
But it was fascinating. So like we're trying to map emoji to English, and we don't actually have any English. We just have more gibberish. But we're trying really hard to run big data science on people.
That is a tag cloud right there.
The internet.
An emoji tag cloud. Now, really, if they'd done it right, they would have made the emojis that are most popular bigger, right?
Yes.
I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here.
They're trying to say this. They're trying to do a relaxation map of which ones co-occur.
I see. So these all co-occur.
Facial reactions together, and you get food together, and then you get clocks together, and so on.
What an amazing! This is a great article. It's came out 4 years ago, October 2011. Instagram engineering blog.
No, that's not when they wrote. They wrote it more.
There's more recent ones.
This is like last year, I think. This is 2000.
Oh no, when they're saying in October, I see. You're right. This is only 6 months old. So they're saying Apple added the emoji keyboard to iOS in October 2011, and so that's when this all began. In fact, you could see the jump. Here's where the iOS keyboard added emojis. Here's when they launched on Android.
And there weren't emojis there, so this is a percentage with the
emojis. And then Android stock emoji keyboard.
Then an Android keyboard.
So your best emoji keyboard on Android is SwiftKey?
I use SwiftKey for everything, but yeah, I like it in that it will, if without setting, it'll suggest emoji for when I type words as well.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, but not like cry. Like you're just typing a word and it says, instead of using English, you could use an emoji.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.